I have multiple degrees, and I'm not going to prove anything to anybody, and we're going to leave it just as that. Yeah.
Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
Baby, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
And that's where, and you're standing by that.
Standing by it, yeah, right. Because I earned it. Appreciate that.
I'm a journalist with 2 degrees at the end of the
How
day,
many?
And so I had 2.
Come on. Girl.
Yes, Northwestern and Emory University.
On,
so I had to make sure I display that as well as a journalist. So thank you for coming and for hanging around. We're going to have some fun in just a little bit.
The conversation about your doctorate because people can't find your dissertation online.
I'm going to clear it up once on here. I'm not doing it again. And I'm clearing it up for my doc squad, for my fan base, for my audience who deserve to hear me address it. For the folks who have already made up their mind to not like me or not understand me, listen, I don't give a fuck what your narrative is. I would like for you to recreate it, double down on it, and run that shit. Because I don't give a fuck about it. Just no holding take for any of our records, which I think is completely effed up. Just in general.
They are going to kill you online this week. They're going to say she has no records. They just want to hate you regardless.
No, that's fine. And it's not even that there's no records that I don't. The school had a third party that carried the records only for a limit of 2 years. So it's not me. It's any student that attended Argosy. But again, it doesn't, how can I say it? It doesn't affect me because if I chose to go get a license as an LMFT, I have my master's in marriage and child therapist. I have my hours. I can just take that and say, hey, let me submit these for licensure, and I want to go sit for my exam, and all I have to do is study. I don't need a doctorate in counseling psychology to go get licensed as a therapist. That's what we're all missing. I've been in private practice as a doctor of psychology for 17 years.
Having a doctorate does not mean someone is a licensed mental health professional.
When somebody say Dr. Bryant, it irks me. Where's your doctor at?
When I got my doctorate, I transitioned to a psychology expert, life coach, so that my hands wouldn't be tied behind my back.
When someone celebrates being free from ethical oversight, I want you to think of that as a red flag.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sip More Tea. So apparently the internet has now entered the show us the dissertation or else territory. And this Dr. Cheyenne Bryant conversation is getting dark because what started as, wait, where are the credentials? Where are the receipts? Has now spiraled into a lot of rumors about what's going on with her due to the fallout and her transcripts and all that. And people online are talking like the FBI is about to kick in her front door. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, this country got a whole bunch of unqualified politicians, podcasts, economists, crypto gurus, manifestation coaches, and people giving trauma advice with a ring light and a microphone. So yeah, but now everybody suddenly became the Department of Education. Now let's separate what's documented from what's internet imagination. What appears confirmed is the backlash has intensified significantly. Bryant has continued defending herself publicly while refusing to produce any documentation. And you guys saw the videos. And her critics are being very loud about it. And honestly, the refusal may have been bigger than the original allegations, because the internet interprets silence differently once money and influence are involved. Now there are also growing online rumors claiming appearances were canceled, collaborations stalled, opportunities dried up, and publishers became nervous. But let me be responsible here. A lot of the more explosive claims floating online remain unsubstantiated, including I seen someone talk about jail time speculation, criminal fraud claims, major show cancellations, or confirmed publishing collapse. So like I said, all of this is unsubstantiated at this moment. Right now, most of the hoopla appears to be social media amplification and speculation, and not verified legal reporting, but you never know. Rumors turn into the truth real quick. And the distinction between legally verified reporting and rumors is very important. Now, the university that Cheyenne Bryant claims to have went to, they poured gasoline on this whole situation. because Bryant reportedly explained that the record access became difficult because the school closed. But critics quickly responded with, wait, aren't graduate records still retrievable through custodians? And that's when the internet detectives clocked in. Suddenly, everybody became transcript specialists, accreditation experts, archival researchers, education investigators. And honestly, the internet is a very dangerous place once they smell inconsistency. Because people online just don't investigate facts anymore. They investigate vibes. And once the public starts feeling like something about this story feels off, the algorithm starts feeding on suspicion itself. But let's get to the uncomfortable part surrounding the story. Let's talk about the pretty privileged conversation. No doubt, Bryant has a very intelligent and sounds educated mouthpiece on her. However, desirability politics is a major reason this story became so emotionally charged. And let's be real, if Bryant looked completely different, would audiences have accepted I don't have to prove anything for this long? I mean, she's had a good run and sat on many of famous couches of the male persuasion. And she has put in place and gathered together a few. I mean, I see you, Cat in the Hat. I see you. Well, social media absolutely rewards attractiveness, charisma, aesthetics, soothing voices, aspirational femininity, emotional intelligence branding, all of which Cheyenne Bryant brings to the table, period. And one thing's for sure, people unconsciously associate beauty with competence all the time, especially online. And once someone becomes emotionally comforted to audiences, people stop evaluating them like professionals and start defending them like celebrities. That's the shift. Because celebrity logic says, how does this person make me feel? Professional logic says, what are their qualifications? And social media keeps blurring those lines together. Now, the big issue is influencer authority. Now, here's where things get bigger than Bryant. We are living in an era where expertise itself is becoming decentralized. People get life advice from TikTok clips, podcast hosts, dating influencers, YouTubers, mindset mentors, Twitter threads, and people speaking in therapy language with aesthetic lighting. So the real panic underneath this controversy is who gets to call themselves an expert anymore. Because modern authority isn't built the old way now. Out with the old, in with the new. Modern day authority is built through virality, emotional resonance, aesthetics, relatability, confidence, audience attachment, and even nepotism, favoritism, connections to a higher power, etc., etc., etc. So the room in which the person occupies who has that high-speed personality becomes the resume. The room becomes the resume. The podcast becomes the credential. The followers become the verification. And honestly, America has been moving in this direction for years. And this is where the conversation accidentally became hilarious to me, because according to the Department of Education classifications, mental health counseling, marriage and family therapy, clinical social work, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and advanced nursing are not even classified as professional degrees anymore. Meanwhile, the official prestige VIP section mostly includes medicine, dentistry, law, theology, and clinical psychology doctorates. So now I'm just over here cracking up over all of this because the internet is screaming, show us your doctorate, Dr. Bryant, show us your doctorate. While the federal government basically said, technically calm down, she doesn't need that advanced degree. At this point, America barely agrees on what a qualified professional even is anymore. Because if we're being honest, the country got reality stars in politics, finance bros selling courses, podcast philosophers, TikTok healers, manifestation coaches, and people diagnosing trauma from Instagram reels. So Cheyenne Bryant, I meant Dr. Bryant, is probably looking around like, wait, this is where you guys decide to draw the line? Huh? Are you kidding me? This is where you draw the line? So for those in the dark, look around. Take notice. Modern authority is no longer just institutional. It's aesthetic, it's emotional, it's performative. And social media made charisma feel interchangeable with credibility. But I'm not defending Dr. Cheyenne, saying she is completely innocent, because she should take accountability, because freedom from institutional oversight cannot only apply when it's convenient. If someone is positioning themselves as a healing authority in the community, then clients should still have some form of recourse if harm allegedly occurs. That's one reason licensing systems exist in the first place. Not just to grant authority, but to create accountability. And operating outside institutional oversight may provide more freedom to you, Cheyenne Bryant, but it can also leave vulnerable people with fewer protections if something goes wrong. So on that note, always sip responsibly, and until next time, bye.
I've seen Cheyenne Bryant somewhere before. As an old head, it does not surprise me that this woman was a video vixen. She appeared in Busta Rhymes' video. She appeared in B2K. She also appeared in some old episodes of Real Housewives and Basketball Wives. I think she was in a Jay-Z video. The video vixen is the woman who used to do like those like very mediocre dances and videos. Like they barely knew how to dance, or they were just like the one who was like really pretty, just looking around, being like the, you know, love interest in the video. And that also kind of makes me feel like Joe Budden kind of knew who she was, and that's why he kind of peeped her. Like he didn't know her like that, but it's probably like, oh, I think I've seen her on set somewhere before. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. But people are wanting a refund on her newly published book. And it's being alleged that the publisher of her book is refunding people who purchased the book, giving that she just wanted to add the doctor to her name to separate herself from any other life coach. But really all life coaches are the same, and life coaches are essentially scammers. That's what they are. They're like narcissistic scammers. It's almost like somebody who can tell your fortune. They use certain things that you've told them, you know what I'm saying, to try to gauge and guide, you know, where they're going to go with the conversation. So you can say, oh my God, you're so right. Yeah, her career is pretty much down the toilet at this point.
Prove that you're a doctor.
Okay, I have my transcripts right here. Now you prove something.
Let's see it.
Now you see, prove you.
Yeah, these are what you got online. Is this the one that you got online?
Do you see the word? Prove that you're a woman. Prove that you're a woman.
Let me see.
Can you prove that you're a woman?
Let me see.
Thank you. I gotta go get playing.
I didn't think so.
You see that? I think you prove you a woman. I have my paper.
I didn't think so.
It's Tayyip Muhammad that's the man, not Dr. Tayyip Muhammad. Remember that. Peace and love.
Love Dr. My ass.